Live from Wave 3 News, this is special coverage of the 72nd Senior PGA Championship at Valhalla.
Welcome to our wrap-up of day one of the Senior PGA Championship at Valhalla. After two different lengthy delays, the final group didn't even tee off until 7:15 tonight, over 4.5 hours after their scheduled start time. 78 players, half the field, completed their first round today. The other 78 are going to have plenty of extra holes to play tomorrow. The leader is 55-year-old Kiyoshi Murata of Japan. His card included 6 birdies. The final one coming here on hole number 7. Here's that putt. He won the Senior PGA in 2005. That was the Japan Senior PGA. Murata hasn't competed in a Champions Tour event in 2 years. He fired an opening round 6 under 66, good for a 1-shot lead. Now, alone in second place is Trevor Dodds. He didn't even get in the field until Joey Sindelar withdrew on Tuesday. Dodds, a 51-year-old South African, calls St. Louis home. He is 1 shot back at 5 under par. Mark O'Meara, two-time major champion on the PGA Tour, is 2 shots off the pace after a 68. And there's plenty of local flavor in this event, and one of the first men to tee off this morning calls Louisville home. Ted Schultz was in the first group off of hole number 1. He bogeyed his starting hole, though. Rebounded, though, nicely. Didn't take him long. How about 1 hole? This for birdie on number 2 for Ted. And he is back to even par. And then after a bogey on 6, which is probably the most difficult hole on the course, he did birdie 7, the par 5. And then his final birdie came on the finishing hole, 18, a good way to end it. Schultz caps off a day of even par golf.
I thought we played hard. I had to get up and down some. Who knows? Somebody 6 under, they're playing awfully well. So, because it's just a lot of splatting going on out there. It's really wet.
Unlike Schultz, Franklin, Kentucky's Kenny Perry did not have an early tee time, and that meant more waiting. Perry didn't even get started until about 5:45. His par putt on 12 traveled all the way around the cup here. His 1 slip up came on 13, so he is 1 over par, but still has 8 holes to play in his opening round.
You know, it was tough out there. It was blowing probably 15 mile an hour. And you know what, it was tough having a 6 o'clock tee time. I felt like a caged animal all day. What am I doing? I don't want to go do anything. I mean, so finally got going.
A lot of the day, or were you?
No, I'm staying with Mark Page. He lives in Lake Forest, so I was in Lake Forest all day, which was nice. So ate a lot, so I don't know if that was good. But anyway, just I got off to kind of a rugged start. I didn't really hit it that good, but it was, I was battling. That's what major championships are. You just got to battle, and I made a couple key par putts. I didn't hit many greens. I didn't hit many fairways.
Hear that, Mark Page? You got to put a lock on that refrigerator. Southern Indiana's Fuzzy Zeller won this tournament back in 2002. He saved par on 3 with a nice up and down here out of a greenside bunker. Left himself a bit of a putt, but he was able to drain it. Did not register a birdie, and the key hole on his card, number 15, on 9. He put 2 in the water, finished up 10 over par.
Well, I just hit a fat one out of the slop out there in the fairway, went in the water, and then I dropped zone and fatted it again, and I had a hell of a time making. I one putted for 9. I thought it was a pretty damn good 9. I could have gone for double figures out there. Jeez.
You're handling it well.
Oh yeah, what the hell do you do? I mean, that's just the way it is. Christ, I'm getting too damn old to worry about it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, it really wasn't self-inflicting wounds. I can't blame anybody but myself. I'm the one that did it.
Here's a look at the leaderboard. Murata with a 1-shot lead there on Dodds. There's O'Meara. Hale Irwin, he won the Senior PGA back in 2004 here at Valhalla. He is 5 shots back, tied for 13th. There's Schultz tied for 22nd. Perry tied for 36, once again, with 8 holes still to play. Ken Green, who we'll talk about in a second, +1 after playing 6 holes. Mark Brooks, he won the 1996 PGA at Valhalla. He is 2 over par. Tom Lehman, the defending champ in this tournament, also 2 over par, still with half his round to go. And there is Fuzzy. He is right now 152nd in the field. The start to the first day of the Senior PGA and the middle were both all wet. The rain overnight and late this morning put a tough task on the grounds crew at Valhalla. Wade 3's Connie Leonard is here with that story. Connie?
Well, Kent, you were out there. You saw how soggy it was, but after 2 delays and a lot of hard work by mid-afternoon, the sun was out and the course was ready again for the pros. Overnight storms brought an 1.5 inches of rain and a 90-minute delay for the opening round of the Senior PGA Tournament. Some 70 grounds workers did what they could to get the golfers back on the fairways. Then just when things started drying out, both Valhalla and golf fans like Larry Crick and his brother Claude got pounded again.
Clouds come up and he said we better go somewhere. And by the time we got there, the bottom fell out of it.
Did it ever? This time the delay was just over 3 hours, and yes, it was reminiscent of the last Senior PGA Championship at Valhalla in 2004. We remember it well. The course was flooded, our live truck underwater. This time, new course superintendent Roger Meyer and his crews got things dried out fast for Fuzzy and friends.
Oh, it's been so wet. They're not getting much roll out here, so it's all carry. The rules committee moved up some tees and are just trying to help the players out a little bit, but they're enjoying it. I think the greens are really nice and it's in great condition.
Also enjoying it?
We're chasing blue skies, so hopefully we found some for the weekend.
Generations of golfers, Thomas and Samuel Ziegler, brought dad and granddad from Huntsville, Alabama. What do you guys think so far?
I think it's good.
Yeah? Have you seen some pretty good shots today?
Yes.
What was the coolest thing that you've seen out here so far?
The guy was supposed to hit a bird with the golf ball.
The bird's just fine, and so is the forecast from here on out.
I mean, it was expected 60 to 80,000, I think, so hopefully that works out on Sunday. Hopefully the weather works out and it'll be a great event.
Glad you waited it out?
Oh yes. We were going to stay till the thing's over with.
And that forecast looks good. Kent, rain is headed out and warm-up is on the way, as we heard Kevin say earlier. We're looking at mid-80s for Saturday and low 90s for Sunday. And I think those crowds are going to be coming back. They actually had a good crowd out there today, considering that weather.
All right. Thank you, Connie.
Okay.
Yeah, and notice we didn't take our truck back down there today. We held off. So maybe tomorrow. By the way, Lindsey Game, part of the Game family, who, of course, turned Big Ten Farm into Valhalla just 25 years ago. Can you believe that, and all that history there? Well, this was a simple case of which one of these is not like the other one. On Tuesday, I found myself on the practice range at Valhalla right next to Kenny Perry. It was just the beginning of a magical day.
We teed off with a gallery on number 1. I did make solid contact, and the ball did go straight right. The Pro-Am on Tuesday was a chance for a hack like me to play a major championship golf course in major championship condition. Our pro for the day was 2005 Senior PGA champ Mike Reed. They call him Radar because he hits it down the middle every single time. My struggles, though, continued on the par 3 third. The tee shot, not horrible, looked okay, but the second one, pretty bad.
No.
I did get it together on the par 3 8th. My tee shot was right at the pin. It stopped 4 feet 11 inches from the hole. And with a crowd watching, despite my buckling knees, I actually sank the putt. After the round, I caught up with myself.
Just a little downhill putt, just knocked it straight in for the birdie.
That was the highlight. This was not. Finishing up on 18, I hit my approach into a greenside bunker, and it took me not 1, not 2, but 3 shots to get it out. At least I had a chance to save face with a nice putt to end it. I missed that too. All in all, though, a unique experience. Feeling like a pro for a day, walking inside the ropes. It was unique for me and for the very patient Mr. Reed.
Do you think in 11 years that I could play on the tour maybe, or is that maybe shooting a little too high?
I think you need to keep the job. I just think this is a calling for you, what you're doing right now. But golf, keep in the back of your mind, but it's a demanding mistress. It's going to take a little more work.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. He was a great sport. And I don't remember this, but there must have been 10,000 people around hole number 8, because I had all kinds of people coming up to me today out of Valhalla saying that they enjoyed that shot, even though they didn't see the other 99 or so that I hit out there on Tuesday. But we had a great time. Coming up, Kendrick Haskins with an inspirational story of a golfer who has overcome long odds to get to Valhalla. Stay with us.
It's great coming here. I mean, I wish they'd end up playing the Ryder Cup here every year. And, I mean, this would be a great permanent site for a Ryder Cup, U.S. Ryder Cup. And because this golf course can be set up differently. You know, you can have really, really high rough. You can have no rough. They can do a lot of things in September here, you know, that would be cool. I think this would be a wonderful place.
Great idea there by Mark Brooks, huh? I think this community would be all for having the Ryder Cup here every time it's in the United States. We're going to have to settle, though, for the 2014 PGA Championship at Valhalla, and who knows, maybe another Ryder Cup down the road. Ken Green is 1 over par through 6 holes, but it doesn't matter. He's just happy to be on the course less than 24 months after an RV accident cost him his girlfriend, his brother, his dog, and something else. Kendrick Haskins has his story.
Can't tell you how bad I want to play one good tournament.
5-time PGA Tour champion Ken Green is obviously a competitor.
If I were to finish in the top 20 in any Champions Tour event, I could walk away and smile and just be ecstatic. And there's just something that keeps telling me to do that.
But after a 2009 RV accident cost him his right leg, Green's focus went from golf to helping children of amputee war heroes.
You know, every private club said, okay, we're going to take in, you know, four kids from the war that lost a limb and let them play. That it's a home run.
Green is now both a fan favorite.
We've just been standing here for a while, and he walked over and gave it to us.
And an inspiration.
I think he's just a testimony to the strength of a human spirit. Just the things that he's had to go through and deal with, and then to keep fighting and keep pushing forward.
Because he still experiences immense pain, playing golf is not easy for him.
I believe I could have been there by now if I hadn't had this so much, you know, pain where I could get out in the golf course.
But he still keeps his sense of humor.
You know, one kid told me he hits 500 balls a day. I'm like, are you kidding me? 500 balls? I mean, I didn't do that when I had real feet, for sakes.
With all the hills here at Valhalla Golf Course, winning this tournament is pretty unlikely for Green, but just being out here is an inspiration to us all. From Valhalla, Kendrick Haskins, 3 Sports.
Thank you, Kendrick. And with KitchenAid as the presenting sponsor of the Senior PGA, one of the new features at Valhalla for this tournament, the Fairway Club. It's adjacent to that island green on 13. There are daily cooking shows in the kitchen. Today on display, a cake made by Duff Goldman of Charm City Cakes. It looks just like the Alfred S. Bourne Championship trophy. Look at that. Just good enough to eat. However, they did not offer us a piece of that cake. Impressive stuff, but they'll have cooking shows there every day, and it's free and open to the public. You can stop by there. You can even get your picture taken with different PGA players standing next to their tour bags. Some pretty cool stuff out there, and the merchandise tent right there as well. So play will begin tomorrow at about 7:30 in the morning as players finish up their first round of the Senior PGA Championship and then get into the second round, and they will be playing all day until around just past 8 o'clock, and darkness falls on Valhalla Golf Club. And we will be back tomorrow night with a look at day 2 of the Senior PGA. Thanks for joining us tonight. Good night, everybody.